What up, YouTube? It's your boy King J, aka J Killer, aka J Yola, whatever nickname y'all want to refer to me as. It's cool. So I do apologize for like the lack of updates, per se. My first YouTube account actually got canceled. It was terminated due to some copyrights. It had, and it's so crazy too because they were instrumentals. They weren't even the official like songs, but for some reason YouTube decided to terminate it. Thankfully, I still have my second account up, which is the Gamer Blog TV. So just to give you guys a little bit of update on that, we're going to be doing a lot more. So I got a group of friends who are very interested. They want to get episodes out. They want to start doing reviews, start doing streams, reaction videos, what if scenarios, and things like that. And kind of just do episodes where we address certain rumors and see if it holds some truth. So the thing that's been on my mind as of late is Killer Instinct. So for those that don't know, Killer Instinct is an iconic 2D fighting game of the early 90s. It came out just in the midst of when the 2D fighting game started to rise. You know, we had Mortal Kombat, we had Street Fighter, and Killer Instinct was one of the ones that stood out the most to me, just for its unique soundtrack, the characters, just stages overall, the ultra combos, and of course, you know, it had No Mercies, which was kind of like Killer Instinct's own fatality. So it wasn't gory, where, you know, Mortal Kombat's doing all this extra shit. It was more just kind of like a watered down version, to say the least. And it came back after almost 19 years on the Xbox One. So there was a couple of issues at first. You know, people were kind of confused about the direction Killer Instinct was going. Some people didn't see the value of, oh, they're doing it in rounds, like, so we got to pay for every fighter, like, you know, they did the season thing. So there was a lot of criticism at first because a lot of people just feel that they were being ripped off, which wasn't the case. And, you know, Microsoft came out and explained it. Hey, like, no, that's not our goal. You're not paying it. So it's free to play, right? It's free to play. Like, you can download it for free. You can try it out. You can play online. You can play arcade. And we'll do rotations of every week. You can try a character out. And if you like what you see, you can buy either the full season or you can buy separate characters and so forth. So they explained that. So a lot of people, you know, wasn't really on board with it. Ono, the Street Fighter producer, even wasn't feeling that idea, which is crazy because then he replicates that idea for Street Fighter. A lot of fighting games now start to do stuff in seasons. You look at Tekken 7, they got their little season thing. Another fighting game, I believe Mortal Kombat, they're starting to do their season thing, which is the combat pack, you know. And it's crazy because a lot of people were so against it are now doing that very idea. Like, wait a minute, they might be on to something. Well, let's do that because it keeps the game alive. It keeps it hype. So after 3 seasons, they did a season 3.5. We didn't really hear much of it. Like, a lot of fans wanted a season 4. There was a cry out for it. People wanted a season 4. I was one of those people. I was like, yeah, oh, if they did a season 4, man, that would be dope. Then after that, we didn't really get nothing. So now we're here in 2021, and there's still no like update of this. So I believe the franchise is somewhere between alive, but it's not dead. And one of the rumors that came out recently was the fact that Killer Instinct, you know, Microsoft wants to make a new one, but the problem is that they don't have a fighting game studio. There's no developers around to make it. So that rumor started to come out, and I know, you know, a lot of rumors we usually take with a grain of salt, but this one really stands out to me because I believe that's true. If you look at it, Double Helix, when they were with Microsoft, a lot of people gave them criticism because you know, their background on video games wasn't so bright, but Killer Instinct Season 1 was amazing. When Double Helix did it, it was amazing. And I think Microsoft honestly dropped the ball and not trying to buy Double Helix to make them their own fighting game studio. I mean, Microsoft has all these studios, and yet when it comes to like their properties, it's like they don't think outside the box. If I was there, I would have told them, like, I think we should honestly look into investing in Double Helix. We can make them our own fighting game studio. We don't have a fighting game studio, and they understand KI. Not a lot of people understand KI's mechanics. So I honestly think they dropped the ball. So that rumor actually holds a lot of truth to it. You know, Iron Galaxy had to take over during season 2 phase, and they did a good job for such a short amount of time. Like, okay, you know, Double Helix showed them ropes. Like, okay, this is how you do this is how you do that. Understand the tech, because Killer Instinct had its own engine, which I believe is the Hex engine. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Killer Instinct fans. But yeah, so Killer Instinct's kind of been in the dark, and I'm just wondering, like, damn, is Microsoft ever going to do something with it? Or are we even going to see it for Xbox Series X? And I could just be wrong, right? E3 is right around the corner. They could already have a Killer Instinct sequel brewing up. We just don't know about it. Iron Galaxy can be playing dumb because Iron Galaxy came out a couple of times and said, hey, we haven't heard anything on the KI side, but if Microsoft wants to reach out to us, we're always here. We love KI. We understand the mechanics. We had fun working on it. We're just a call away. So I'm just wondering, like, damn, so, is Microsoft not trying to reach out to Iron Galaxy because Iron Galaxy has, multiple projects going on or what? And I thought to myself, the only two studios that really stands out to me that Microsoft can get in order to create this game is Iron Galaxy, obviously being the first choice because, they've worked on it. They understand the mechanics. It's the only choice they can get. Or, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are not going to like this. You're going to say, no, we don't want them touching it, but just hear me out. The people who created Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Lion Studios, I honestly believe they could possibly, it's not a definite, but possibly work on a Chaos sequel. If you play that game, you will understand like the combo mechanics is somewhat similar to Chaos, but it's more like Killer Instinct 2's combo setup, right? So I was thinking like those are the only two studios that really stand out to me. I don't know if you guys will agree with me on this one. I just can't see NetherRealm touching it. I don't like Mortal Kombat's gameplay. I never really did. I love Mortal Kombat as a story and the characters, the rosters. Yes, sign me the fuck up. I will always play MK. Well, what I mean is like NetherRealm's gameplay sometimes appears stiff and the animations aren't as fluid, and they don't know how to really design female characters. I feel like Mortal Kombat 9 was the best one. A lot of people disagree. They say Mortal Kombat 10. They said, well, if it wasn't for Mortal Kombat 10, we wouldn't have got this, this, and this. And I'm like, okay, fair point. But even still, I just don't want NetherRealms touching it at all. Like, I feel like they would make it too much like Mortal Kombat, but just, hey, here's MK, but KI style. And it's like, we don't want that. Now, if you were talking about a crossover, that's a whole different story. Now, that I would be on board. They would probably have to do something similar to, Street Fighter cross Tekken, Tekken cross Street Fighter. If Tekken cross Street Fighter ever comes out, which I don't know. Like, Namco's kind of just keep making excuses as to why they're not going to put it out. So, yeah, that's just it. I honestly think Killer Instinct, we will see something in the future. I just don't know, like, if we're going to see it anytime soon. Just because I don't know, like Microsoft's kind of hard to understand at times because their agenda is very limited, their source is very limited. You just don't know what direction Microsoft is going at times because they're so vague and so subliminal with their like messages. And I'm just wondering, like, man, are we gonna get a sequel, or is it maybe we're not even gonna see it on Series X? What if it ends up on the next Xbox? Like, that'd be crazy because they're missing out, man. They're sitting on gold mines. They're sitting on gold mines, man. It's the fact, like, I'm excited. Like, we're finally getting a new Perfect Dark. And it's just like, dude, if you can just bring Banjo back. You saw the hype that Banjo got with Super Smash Bros. Like, you guys have these great IPs that you just sit on. Like, Killer Instinct is a great fighting game. To me, it was one of the best next-gen fighting games. The netcode is flawless. The new characters that they came in, like Hisako, Mira, I love them. Like, they were so creative with their design choices, like Aghanos, Conra, and it's crazy that Microsoft's not like looking to really invest in it. It's like they're just sitting there, like, okay, we brought it back, now you guys can shut up. It's like, no, that's not the attitude to have. Or like, I could just, I'm assuming things, but I just could just be just looking over things. Maybe they do have something cooking up. Like, what do you guys think? Just let me know in the comments below. What would you guys like to see in a new Killer Instinct? Would you guys be, this is kind of an idea that I first said when I saw it on the poll. So Double Helix had a poll out asking Killer Instinct fans what would they like to see, like ultimates, would they like guest characters? They had tag team. Wouldn't that be fucking crazy if it was in the style of like MK9, where if you're doing a combo, you can tag in on some DOA shit, and your partner can do their combos, and you could tag back in to finish the combo. Like, I think that would be fucking sick. Like, just to see that happen, or do you guys feel like that'd be too broken? What are some of the new characters you would like to see in a KI4? Like, would you want something of a? I know a lot of people say like we don't have a wizard. I know a wizard's one of them. I know people are saying that they would love to see like a witch, you know, a killer clown, or just something of that nature to kind of, you know, Killer Instinct's always had those dark and gritty characters. And should Microsoft make a new Killer Instinct for Xbox Series X? Drop the comments below. Subscribe to the network. It's your boy Jay Yola signing out.